What up? It's Dad. Horror movie Dad to be exact. And yes, we're ready for another D3. Another one. Dad and Dinero Discussions. Dad, me, horror movie Dad, K Dinero, coming on fast, coming on quick. What's up, Elizabeth? How you doing? We are going to do it live tonight. Dad and Dinero discussing 1BR on Netflix. And look, Kenny is very punctual today. He is right on time, and this is what we're going to do. I am going to have him join my live, and we're going to start our next D3. Here we go. View request. Dinero 1. We're going live with K Dinero 1. It's K Dinero 1. What's up, K Dinero 1?
Yo.
What up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, my guy.
All right.
You here?
Ready to discuss some 1BR tonight?
I am. I'm ready.
One bedroom, 1BR on Netflix. That's what we're doing.
Dude, before we do anything, you know what we got to do is, do you have your, oh, shit. What the fuck?
Dude.
Bro.
You just got really bright.
Yeah. Where's your drink at?
Right here, my guy. Check out my festive glass.
I love it. I think
very festive. I got my festive shirt on, too. Look at my festive shirt.
Dude, from the Christmas Story.
Right?
Nice.
Doing good, Elizabeth. We're doing good. James is here, too. What's up, James? So we're about ready to do this.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, but you know what we always do first, right?
Yep.
What do we always do first? Let them know.
You gotta play the theme song.
The theme song. Here it is.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Oh, shit. I just spilled over my notes. Where are we going?
Let's go to the show. Midnight falls, everything slow-mo. One is the devil, other is a crow. We're up all night drinking at the creep show. Let's go to the show. Midnight falls, everything slow-mo. One is the devil, other is a crow. We're up all night drinking at the creep show.
There we have it. Dad and Dinero Discussions D3 tonight. The creep show, buddy.
Let's do it.
All right, so it was my choice this time.
Yes.
This time I decided to go kind of obscure to my style of horror movies that I normally like.
Yep.
I went for something more psychological. It's like a psychological horror movie here.
Very real life.
Very real life. Psychological horror. It's called 1BR, or AKA One Bedroom. It's on Netflix, so if you got Netflix, you can watch it. It was recently released in 2019. I'll read the little synopsis here, like we always do, and then
let's hear about it, man.
Hear about it. Let's do it. So, when Sarah lucks into a sweet one-bedroom at Aliso Del Mar Apartments in Los Angeles, she thinks she's hit the jackpot. It's got plenty of space, friendly tenants, group barbecues, and even a cute neighbor next door. All is not what it seems. Loud noises start keeping her awake at night. Her cat is missing. Everyone seems to be a little too helpful and friendly, except for the weirdo, Lester. Soon,
Lester.
She didn't choose this apartment. It chose her. Yes. So that is it. I'm going to jump early and let you know that this, the certified fresh consensus was 86% by the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 54% by everyone else. So that's what we got going for that. It mentioned 1BR's occasionally ordinary storytelling is more than outweighed by tight direction, interesting ideas, and effective blend of horror and thoughtful drama. So we will see. You and I, Kenny, will see if that little small review or whatever lives up to what we think this movie is. And
well, why don't you explain the beginning of the movie, because you chose this one, Josh, and let's get right into it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right. So like I said before, what up, Vic? So like I said before, this is not my ordinary horror movie watch. This is something that I would usually, after reading the synopsis or just looking at it, I would usually glance over something like this, because I'm more of into the slashers and supernatural stuff. Psychological things and more drama horror stuff I don't get into as much. So I gave this one a shot. But basically what happens is, I guess she's, what is she? Is she in college, or is she finished from college? Maybe she's in between college or whatever, but she's about college age. All right, maybe 21, 22, 23 years old, I'm guessing.
She moves to LA to get away and to have a brand new start. And
right.
She has a brand new job, and her boss takes advantage of her. And the character, what's her name again? What's the character's name?
Character's name, Sarah.
Sarah. Oh, that's right. So Sarah is somebody who basically had a fucked up life from the start. And there was a certain experience or moment that she basically found out about her dad. Why don't you tell the audience what she found her dad doing?
So, yes. So she left her family, left her dad. Her mother was on her deathbed in the hospital, or I guess she had cancer or something, was dying in the hospital. During this time, her dad decided to commit adultery with the mother's nurse while the mother's dying in the hospital. What a piece of shit.
Well, when you say adultery, basically what Josh is trying to say is she walked into her dad boning the nurse taking care of her dying mom. Now, how fucked up is that? Holy shit.
The nurse is equally in trouble. Equally.
I want to know what the nurse looked like.
You know what I want to know? Like, who the hell does that? Like, who the hell goes, oh, my wife's dying, or hey, I'm taking care of man's dying wife. Oh, let's just have sex with them. That'll help the situation.
You know who would do it is what's that show with Charlie Sheen in there? The two guys raising the kid.
Charlie Sheen with the two guys, 2.5 Men.
Yeah, 2.5 Men. That's something Charlie Sheen would have done in 2.5 Men. Sure.
So I got to pause for a sec. I already got 2 comments on my beard. I got one from Vic Balla. Now James is saying something. So yes, I got that Tech 9 goatee going, bro.
Dude, you got it. You got it good, man. I'm just trying to see what I can do, man. I'm trying to shape it.
Yeah.
You know? So it's getting there. It's
right.
You know, the chin line is looking real nice with the beard. It's almost like you can fake having like a really nice jawline if you could do a nice beard. Because once the beard comes off, I look like a fucking thumb.
Bro, that's why I got facial hair, man. I gotta save that double chin, bro. I gotta disguise.
You look like we all look like this without our beards like this. Hey, have you ever opened up your phone like on Snapchat and like you want to do a video, but then the camera is already looking at you and you see how ugly you look? Like you open up, you're like, oh fuck, why do I look like that? I look so ugly.
Dude, happens all the time. Happens all the time on my stories, dude. Whenever I want to do a story and I'm like, okay, got to get into the horror dad mode, you know? I look on there, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm not doing a story right now.
Okay, so, all right, so where were we at? Okay, so basically, Sarah's dad was a douchebag. He was boning the nurse that was helping his dying wife with cancer, and Sarah never tells her mom because she didn't want to have her die knowing that her husband was banging the nurse. And, you know, she did the right thing, but that definitely gave her you know, I mean, if she had daddy issues before, holy shit. I mean,
and this was the main reason why she left and tried to find. Was she trying to get an acting gig somewhere or something like that while she was working?
I don't know. I just remember, like, the beginning of the movie, she goes in to like look at an open house, which is weird because it's not a house, it's an apartment. Like, who the fuck has an open house in an apartment? Like, get it straight, bro. Like, say something else, because that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go inside, or no, she goes in through the door, and then there's like the courtyard. And the courtyard is like the fakest. Like, it's like if I was in a dream and everyone was like Leave It to Beaver and everyone was just like fake, like, or like if my neighbors were like aliens and they had to like, they were in like default mode and they're all like, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I would have left. She should have left the moment that all 4 of those weirdos smiled and went, I'd be like, I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. This shit's weird.
Every single person that lives in that apartment complex that she walks by looks her in the eye, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be weirded out if I went into an apartment complex trying to find a place to rent or whatever, and every single person I ran into or I saw in the courtyard looked at me. Like,
it's almost like, you know, this is an 18 and over show, so I'm just going to say it right now. When we used to first smoke weed a long time ago, like, you'd be so paranoid and you go into public spots and like really people are just looking at you, but you think that everyone's looking at you. That's how it felt.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently she liked that though. Apparently she liked that type of attention. So, but anyway, she walks into this open house apartment, which is upstairs. It's a 2-story apartment complex with a center courtyard, and the apartments go all the way around. And she goes in there, and there's literally like 20 people in this apartment, like looking at the place. And she's like, no way, why would I even try? And then somebody comes up to her and convinces her to fill out an application. And then, ta-da, the next day she gets a phone call and she's in. She got the apartment and she's stoked about it.
How weird was the young guy? I don't know what his name was in the movie, but he was like, oh, you know, like, the reason why you got this apartment is because I pulled the little strings. Mm-hmm. That guy was fucking creepazoids, bro.
Her neighbor, right? Was that
dude creepy with a capital C?
Was
cap.
Brian? Was that Brian or Jerry? Which one was Jerry, the guy who ran the complex, or was that Brian?
I mean, they were both fucking weirdos, and I can't wait to talk about the lie detector test later, dude. That was fucking good.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So, okay. So she's in the apartment. She moves in. Everyone's super friendly. They're having a barbecue. Like, oh, come join us. We take care of everybody here. Blah, blah, blah. You need help getting into your apartment. Everyone just being way too nice. And it's just odd to see something like that. So, you know, of course, there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't know yet that we soon will know. She ends up, one of the main things is they said she had to sign a policy where she doesn't have no pets, but she has a cat, and she snuck a cat in.
She snuck a little cat.
She snuck a cat in, and she was trying to hide it for a while. And the first few nights, she was sleeping, and she hear, like, it sounded like the pipes. I don't know what it sounded like. The pipes.
It sounded like, you know, when homeowners will know about what I'm talking about. It sounds like when there's too much sediment in your pipes, and you run your shower, and then you can hear your fucking pipes shake.
Yeah, that's
it sounded like, but it was like real bad.
Mine do that. I have to actually turn on a regulator because my house is 1 story and it's really long.
Yeah.
My water heater is in my garage, and if it needs to get all the way to the far bathroom on the end, it has a regulator to where it actually heats the pipes up and shoots through. So when I turn that thing on, you can hear the pipes like tinking and making noise. So
yep, absolutely. I one day I was I don't know what I was doing, but I was trying to do like 3 things at the same time, and I remember I turned on my shower because sometimes it takes a little bit longer during the wintertime to get warm water,
Yeah.
And so I remember walking naked in my house. Like, I don't know what I was getting. Maybe a towel from the dryer. I can't remember. But as I'm walking naked through my house with the shower running, I could hear, like, it sounded like fucking the pipes were, like, fighting each other underneath the ground. But anyways, so we're talking about one bedroom, and she hears pipes shaking, and she's like, what the fuck?
The homos know this sounds. You know what makes those sounds, Kenny? Because you were naked. It was the little elves that live in your wall, bro. They're getting excited.
What can I say, man? God bless them.
So she gets, I think it's like the first night or maybe the second night or third night, she gets a note slipped under her door that has the pet policy. And it said, and then somebody like wrote in red marker says, some people are allergic, bitch.
Yeah,
so,
and hella like red Sharpie, bitch.
Right. So now she's like, oh no, who the hell people know?
Wait, homeowners equal homo. True homo knows sound. So me and Josh are homos.
Yes, we're homos.
Tahoe.
We're open homos.
I think we're all homos.
Yes,
no
we are.
Homo. We're all homos, no homo.
There you go.
Okay, cool.
There you go. So
Danny saw me naked.
Danny.
Oh my god. Oh Lord.
Okay. So now, so something else happens now. One night she wakes up and she smells.
Hold on. Before we even do that.
Okay.
When someone slips the note under her fucking door, did you notice how like disrespectful the slip of the note under the door was?
Oh yeah. It was like
so
angry. It was like angry push.
Hella angry. And so she opens up the door, right? And this is a actual key moment of this movie and about character development. And it actually taught me not to judge people by the way that they look, because she goes out and she fucking looks around. She's like wondering who does it, who done it. And you see Lester for the first time. And Lester is standing like just hella awkwardly in the dark. And then like you see his face and he's wearing like these glasses, right? Imagine like if I had glasses on and one was black and one was regular, right? And he looks like a fucking weirdo. Like he looks like he looks like he directs tickling porn.
Tickly porn?
No, tickling porn.
Tickly porn.
If you don't know about it, watch the documentary Tickled.
Oh man.
So we get introduced to Lester. And why the fuck is his name Lester? Like, you know what? Now I understand why his name was Lester, because once you see the movie, you'll know why. But okay, so we get introduced to Lester, the weirdo.
Right.
And she has another night, and I'll let you get into that right now.
So now she's kind of creeped out because someone knows that she's got a cat and is threatening her. And this guy Lester is like kind of stalking her a little bit. And so she wakes up in the morning again, but this time she smells something.
Yeah.
And we don't know what it is. In the back of my mind, I kind of knew what it was going to be.
Oh yeah, we already knew. We
knew what it was, and
I already knew when she opened up the door. That cat is done for.
Right. Basically.
And here's the thing, right? I love animals, and I have a love-hate relationship with cats. I love cats, but I don't want to say hate because it's just a strong word, but dude, there's a few cats that just fucking destroy my fucking yard and take shits everywhere.
Right.
Like, dude, I understand, like, dude, like cats, I love them, but some cats, like, they wake me up. Sometimes in the morning, I'll hear fucking cat fights and all sorts of crazy shit. But look, I love cats, but at the same time, if I was going to say on my favorite scale of animals, cats is like maybe middle. You know what I'm saying? If it was a dog, that they fucking killed, I would have stood up and I would have turned off the movie. I would have said, fuck this movie. That's it. I'm not watching this movie. How can you kill a dog?
How could you kill a dog?
But anyways, so where was the cat?
The cat was in the oven. The oven was.
Hold on. Came with no expectation, left with a new thing to look up. Tickling porn. I named a cat in my neighborhood the Shitty Kitty. Oh my God. Okay, Josh, where was the cat?
The cat was in the oven being cooked. And so she smelt it and she freaked out. And what happened next, dude? You remember what happened next right after she freaks out about the cat? Turns around.
Oh, okay. And this is where you find out that this is a real life, like, not horror movie, but psychological movie where you find out, like, let me give you examples of cults, like Jim Jones, Heaven's Gate, Waco, Texas. Like, this is when you find out that these motherfuckers in this apartment are a bunch of fucking twat jobs, and the creepy guy, I forget what his fucking name is, the young creepy guy who looks like he has the hots for her. It's either
Brian or Jerry. I think it's Brian, and Jerry's the guy.
Let's call him Brary.
Brary.
Either Brian or Jerry, so we're just gonna call him Brary. Brary. All right. So Brary ties her to the fucking chair, and she gets out, and like the fucking chair breaks, and he makes like a corny joke. He's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have gone to IKEA." I was like, "Oh, really fucking cool joke, bro." Like, who?
Yeah.
Really? Like, okay, I guess. And so he fucking shocks her with a fucking not a cattle prod, but what are those things, dude? Not the shocker. What did he shock her with, dude?
Taser.
A taser. He gets her with the taser. Bam.
Yeah.
And and then she wakes up in a room, right? Oh no. She gets out. She breaks out the fucking room, and there's this sister lady, and she's like, "Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" And she's like, "I gotta run, blah blah blah." And then all of a sudden, she's into it, bam, tasered, and then she wakes up in an empty room.
Right. And it was crazy how she ran out of her apartment and running outside, and that lady's standing there like, "What's wrong?" And all of a sudden, the lady's like face changes. Her face is like this. She's like, "Oh," all concealing. She goes, "What's wrong?" "Ah, yeah, bad." And she just goes,
Yep.
Drops her face and like, "Well, I'm in on it too, bitch." And like, basically, she wakes up in a room, a four-cornered room, by herself.
I got notes. Yes. All right. We forgot to mention. So basically, this Sarah, she gets bullied at her job. So basically, this character Sarah has she has really thin skin. She's a person that she gets bullied at work. Remember in the work scene when her boss goes, "Yeah, you know that thing?" It almost was like Office, the Office or Office.
Yeah.
What's the movie? Office
Space.
Yes.
Office Space.
It was almost like her boss is like, "You know that thing I needed you to do?" "Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to get you to do that tonight. Can you do that for me?" And then she's all, and one more thing, we can't do overtime, so you're gonna have to clock out and then do it. And I was like,
Right.
So also my notes is this girl's taking Zoloft. She's taking like 50 milligrams Zoloft. And when she got to the apartment, she didn't have a prescription. So already she's not working right. And wait.
She's very weak-minded, dude. Very weak-minded main character. Not very smart either. Not very smart at all.
We find out when she's in the empty room that she has bad conditioning and she needs to be conditioned. Okay. So why don't you explain what the conditioning is?
So that's what these people are telling her. And they say that she needs to be here, that she's a part of the community and you need this type type stuff. And so basically what it is, and she's got to stand. I don't know how to explain exactly how you got to stand, but there's these two spots on the wall. She's got to put her hands on the wall, and you can tell the wall has been plastered before where they want her hands to be.
Yeah.
So it seems like, okay, other people have done the same thing. The wall is just kind of messed up from people putting their hands there, whatever. So they want her to stand out on her feet and kind of bend over and put her hands on the wall and stay there and with this little red light. And then once that red light goes off, she can move. If she moves while the red light is still on, they'll come in and they'll torture her or something like that.
Did you ever like did you ever think like when she was in that position, like it doesn't look that uncomfortable. Like I don't understand why they get the logic of we're gonna put you in the most uncomfortable position, right? Mm-hmm. And you're gonna stay that way. I think it would be more painful if I sat down and tried to touch my toes for that long. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was stretching, remember when you used to stretch, you have to touch your toes? Like, yeah. I don't get it. Like, why is this position supposed to
even imagine just holding your arms out like this, bro. She has her arms out against the wall. She probably had to do it for hours. So sitting and doing, you know what I mean? Any position would probably get annoying after a while.
Not doggy style.
Not doggy style.
Not doggy style.
That doesn't get annoying at all.
Fuck no. It's the gift that keeps on giving, baby.
Anyway, this is where the movie started. This is where I kind of started to roll my eyes a little bit at this.
Yep.
Because I was like, okay, can we get to something that's a little bit, what the hell's going on? So anyway, so she's complying right off the bat. She was complying for a few days. And I was like, dude, you are so weak-minded. You're not even fighting back. Like the normal person would not comply for a while until they actually see the actual violence. And no, but she went along with it with the threat of violence. And she finally gave up and put her hands down and got tired. Like she got all tired and withdrawals from her beds, whatever, falls down and got to get up. They come back. And they say, "Well, the light's still on. Put your hands up on the wall." And don't they point a gun at her or something like that to make her put her hands back up on the wall? Right? I don't remember, but I think she puts her hands back up on the wall because they're threatening her. I think they're pointing a gun at her or whatever. And then he gets out a nail. Was it what we call him, Brary?
Brary, yeah. We don't know if it's Brian or Jerry, so we're just going to say Brary.
They get out a nail and a hammer, put her hands on the wall, and they hammered both of her hands, the nail through the middle of their hand and hammered it into the wall. And now we all know why the wall has been plastered so many times. So she realizes while this is happening that others have gone through the same situation. And she then notices that Brary, Brian, Jerry, whoever the hell's hammering the nail, sees that he has a hole in his hand as well. So that he probably went through this as well.
Okay, so this is the one part of the movie that was like kind of opened up my eyes is when they actually like, do you think it was supposed to resemble like being crucified or something? Because like, I don't know, that they're a cult and they're trying to make you, I don't know. It was just weird. The whole nail through the hand thing was very cultish.
Right.
Very sacrilegious. And I don't know, it was just like, I thought that part was the most glorious part in the movie. Yeah, it kind of like, made me like, oh my God, they just hammered her nails. Or they just hammered her hands into the wall with a nail and a hammer. Mm-hmm. And then there's a part where here's the part where I don't know if she was hallucinating or if they were using the PA system telling her to break free. What do you think?
Right. Well, yeah, she says like she hears her dad, or it's her dad's voice or whatever, telling her to break free or to run, and she does. So, and it's I think it's just her going nuts, man. She's withdrawals from her meds. She's going crazy.
So with everybody with everybody that's gone through the same treatment,
Mm-hmm.
when she breaks free, is that the part where they just wait? And then when you break free, that means you've been conditioned. Like you're ready. Like they're just gonna wait and wait and wait and just fucking, you're gonna still stay until you finally just fucking lose it and you fucking break free. Do you think that is what means that it's like the first step of joining the family? Like that, okay, now that you broke free, we're gonna let you out of this room.
Yeah. I don't know the method to their madness, but
Brary.
like this. I don't know. I just am not. I was not impressed. I was not impressed with what was happening, with what was going on. With okay, yeah, it's a cult. Yeah, they're weird, but this is not spinning my head. This is not making me think or feel scared or dread or anything. This is just like, okay, can we get something better here?
Yeah.
Kind of like they're reaching at straws to make this psychological. It's like they really tried hard to make it psychological, and when you're trying really hard to do it, you're not going to do it because you're thinking too much about it. And that's
and this will definitely be a big part of when we do our final review of this movie and when we talk about this part. But let's get back to where she gets conditioned, okay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
There was almost a very weird and kind of funny scene, and I had flashbacks of like Step Brothers, when they were doing the lie detector test.
Oh, okay.
It was almost like when they were having the job interview. But
right.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird and funny. But Brian and Jerry, because they're both sitting there.
Right.
They have her attached to a lie detector test. And they're like, so, when was your first sexual experience? And she's like looking at them. She's like, what? And then like it cuts to another scene. So we don't know what the fuck she said. But later we find out that I guess her first sexual experience was walking in to her dad, boning the nurse, helping her dying mom.
Full circle.
Full circle. Yes, yes. And then, dude, did you notice when she is conditioned after she does the lie detector test, there's a deja vu moment where she goes out and it's the same exact scene that we saw. It's not the same exact scene, but all the actors are doing the same thing when it was the first open house.
Yes.
Remember? And it's like you see the one guy give the guy his laundry or something like that. And everybody's
all played out.
Down. They're all, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what do we? This is where the movie just. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like, dude, I think I had to pause the movie, and like I went and made like a hot bowl of soup or something because I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I need something to eat. I'm like, dude, this movie is. I don't even fucking know, dude. Like that. Yeah, go ahead.
About at that scene or at that part, I was kind of like, God damn it! Why did I choose this movie?
Hey, but you know what? We have to talk about it because this is a movie that we're reviewing.
No, we gotta go. You gotta go through it, man. You gotta go through it.
Look on my notes. I write like a doctor. I don't know dude, look at my sloppy chicken.
Dude.
Like chicken
it looks like my son's writing, bro. I wish. Wait. Here you go, bro. Here you go.
Oh my God! Hold on. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Wait, turn it around. I can't see it. Oh man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, next time I'm gonna write cursive. Hey, I'm not gonna say any names. All right, I'm not gonna say any names because I'd be snitching if I did. But when I used to record at Davey D's studio, and this was probably like 2003, 2004.
When you first started.
Yes. There was a rapper who we used to make fun of.
Okay.
Because, God, now I gotta fucking be careful what I'm saying right now. There was a rapper who used to write. Sorry, hey, if you're watching this, if you watch this later, I'm sorry. I'm putting you on blast. He used to write his raps in perfect cursive. It looked like Beethoven wrote it. It looked like fucking Beethoven had his lyrics, or with the like, not his lyrics, but like, the composition of music.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like Beethoven sat his ass down and he opened up the fucking like most fucking beautiful fucking musical notes, and it was all fucking lyrics in cursive. And like me and like, I'm not gonna say any names, a few other rappers would always just laugh. We'd be like, who the fuck writes lyrics in cursive? Like, do you take time? How do you even read that shit? But anyway, in cursive.
Hey,
fuck?
Dude, you're OG if you write your lyrics in cursive, bro.
This ain't the Declaration of Independence, bro. It's a rap song. You don't have to put your John Hancock all fucking squibbly and shit. It's a fucking rap song, dude.
You have me so curious now, bro. You're gonna have to tell me offline, dude.
I'll tell you later, but I can't. Hey.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
Woo! All right, so we're at the part where basically the movie starts to kind of like you start to question the movie, because it's like that deja vu moment, and like everything's the same, and like we realize that this girl Sarah is weak. Like her whole life she's been weak, and now once again she's been brainwashed. But what happens again when they have another open house? And there's actually, we forgot to mention that she had a coworker that would tell her, like, Sarah, like, you need to fucking grow some thick skin. You need a backbone. Why do you? And then she even asked her coworker, she's like, how do you do it? And she's like, you know what? Because it's my fucking life. And that was like a real like moment when I watched the movie, and I was like, you know what? That's fucking facts. Like, because if you're either gonna be stepped on or you're gonna do the stepping. And like, this girl Sarah has been stepped on her whole life, and that's another reason why she was fucking brainwashed. So let's talk about that. The next open house scene.
So I will give one props to the movie, that there's a lot of layers to this movie. There's a lot of layers.
Psychologically, yes, and mentally, yes. I agree.
A lot of layers, but they're not good ones. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that a lot of layers to it, but they're not good ones. Like, you can literally, if you're trying to explain this entire movie, you can explain it, and it'll take you a long time to explain the movie. And I don't want to get lost in explaining every little bit, because we probably run out of time, bro.
Okay. Wait, how much time do we have left?
Right now we have 20 minutes.
Okay. So we're getting so hold on.
So anyway, I want to bring something up though. So there was one cameo or a supporting actress that I noticed was in other things before, and I had to mention it.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
It's the ugly fucking actress that played the fucking, she was in American Horror Story.
You got it.
She played that fucking weird
Yeah. She played a lot of weird ones, didn't she? Had the big old nose. She's like,
she played. Dude, did you see her in Freak Show? In American Horror Story Freak Show? I'm like, who the fuck is that? Hey, okay, hold on. Who is that actress? Look her up. Oh, Pepper. Elizabeth O'Hagan with the knowledge. Look at that.
There we go.
Holy
I'm glad.
Shit.
I'm glad that you noticed the same chick, dude. I'm glad you noticed that.
Dude, and she made me cringe. Every time I saw her, I cringed, dude.
Yeah.
I cringed so hard. I was like, ugh,
Right.
ugh. Who are you? Oh, I know who you are. You're that weird looking motherfucker from fucking Freak Show. Who's
Oh, we got somebody new.
yeah.
Birkland.
T Birkland 85. What's going on, man?
Going on. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, we're talking about One Bedroom on Netflix. We're doing the review. So
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Lackluster.
So let's keep it going. So what happened?
Okay, let's move it on. Okay, so anyway, so she finally gets in with the cult. They do all these lie detectors to see if she really wants to be a part of the cult or she doesn't want to be a part of the cult. And so eventually she does. Okay, eventually they take the lie detector, they ask her if she wants to be here, and she finally says yes. And then they're like, oh, and she's telling the truth. And so then finally they welcome her into the community. And then eventually they say, we took you because you have a need that we need in our community. And then here comes weird ass Lester walking out saying, Lester lost his wife a few weeks back, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, is this the wedding, the weird wedding scene?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, now, okay, we need to talk about Lester. Okay,
Go ahead.
Lester was the weirdo that we thought that put the fucking letter underneath the door that said, "Your cat, bitch." And so we need to talk about Lester because this is a really good. Lester is another person like Sarah, but Lester was treated way worse because the reason why he has the glasses with the one regular lens and the one blacked out lens is because they took out his eye. And we find that out when they try conditioning her that you better look at Lester because if you don't fucking listen to what we're going to say, we're going to fucking poke out your eye, we're going to poke out your ear. And that's why Lester looks like a tickling porn producer.
Mm-hmm. Right. So it was, anyway, so we find out that basically her job is to marry Lester and to live with Lester. And she's like, oh no, I wanted to live with my hot neighbor guy. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Then she starts to realize, she starts to contemplate in her head. She's like, oh my God, am I making the right decision? Am I supposed to be a part of this? This is bullshit, blah, 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 blah. And so she starts faking. Find out that Lester is also doesn't kind of want to be here either.
I mean, so, you could see it. Like, you could,
yeah.
The poor guy is just fucked up, man. Like,
right.
And, you know, and I feel for the guy, dude. They did. So, okay, one good part about this movie is Lester. They did a really good job with Lester. So, like, okay, so they get married. She doesn't like him. Remember the cringiest scene of the movie is when he brings her to his room. And, like, he's like this. And I totally thought he's like this weirdo. And he's right next to the bed. And he's just like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is going to go down, man? Like, what is that?
And what was he trying to show her, though? He was pointing at something else. Do you remember?
I can't remember. What was it?
I can't remember either. He pointed, but eventually it goes back to that scene, and she goes back into the room and finds out that he wasn't pointing at the bed. He was pointing at something else.
Well, we're going to have to put that in the comments. So, okay.
If anyone knows it, please blurt it out in the comments. That'd be great, because I forgot.
So they have another open house. Her old coworker goes because she thinks that Sarah left, and her old coworker is talking shit about
there's
saying
Elizabeth said a sewing area for her because she likes to. There you go.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, hey,
so,
shout out to
Elizabeth. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, so basically they tried to condition her friend, and she even tells them, yo, my coworker is strong. Like, it's not going to be like me. Like, you know what I mean? Even they were like, you know, this one's going to be tough. And so her old coworker is trying to be conditioned. Brary gets his fucking ear bitten bad. And then they're like, all right, this is your job. You need to finish it. And so she goes into the room, and this is where it gets really interesting because her coworker is like, you're fucking brainwashed. Like, just like you, and then she brings up daddy issues. She's like, you just need a new daddy so that you could be told what to do and feel good about it. And that triggers her. That, like, kind of boom, it like snaps her out of what she's going to do. And so Brary, it's Brian or Jerry, the older guy, comes in, and I don't like. He has a fucking a screwdriver and a hammer, and like he's ready to fucking like lobotomize her, dude, or lobotomy or do a fucking whatever the fuck. And that's when Sarah snaps out of it, and you think that she's gonna fucking kill her friend or do whatever the fuck, and bam, Brary gets it in the neck.
Right.
Yes.
So they escape. Then Brary gets back up and fucking pops the fucking her ex-coworker in the head, so she's dead. And she's running, trying to escape. She gets to the door or whatever, and there's Lester, and they're all around her in the lobby to get out of the place. And all of a sudden,
and we'll call him Brary Jr.
Okay.
So
now, go ahead.
Brary Sr. gets fucking killed, and then the fucking ugly girl, Pepper comes out, and it's like, why did you kill Brary Sr.? And then Brary Jr. is like, you don't understand, there's more levels to this shit. And then she don't give a fuck. He's all, go ahead, pull the trigger. And then bam, she kills him. And then she starts running for the door. And then boom, she almost gets to the door. It's like open like this much. She almost is gonna go. They pull her back in, and what does Lester do?
Lester freaking takes one for the team, bro.
Yes, he does.
He opens the door, pushes her out, and says, "Go!" Grabs the gun, and while they're all grabbing him to try to grab her, he puts it under his head and boom, blows his brains out as his door closes. And she's,
you know, if I were to, I get it. You know, he's the fucking unsung hero. He made the sacrifice.
Right.
And like maybe that goes back to the whole crucifixion kind of thing about sacrifice and, you know, but anyway, that's religion. We're not going to get into that. We're talking about horror movies.
Right.
If I was the director, I would have let that motherfucker Lester live, because maybe he would have gotten a blowjob afterwards.
In the middle of the street.
Whatever, man. I mean, he deserved at least, you know.
At least that.
Yeah.
So we find out when she breaks out, there's a bunch of other apartment complexes on the street. She's looking around.
Yep.
The apartment complex is owned by the same business.
We forgot to talk about how they brand people behind the ear with the logo. And then.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then basically, the lights flash. Every single apartment is owned by those motherfuckers, and she just clenches her fist. And what does she do, Josh?
Laughs.
And
runs.
Yes. And then credits.
But yeah, there was a scene we left out. She got branded behind her ear, just like everybody, like you're in the cult. And we also got to mention that her dad came through, and she kicked her dad out too. Remember that?
The real unsung hero is the webcam Kenny is using from 1999. Let's go ahead. Hey, me and Josh are going to do some chat roulette afterwards. We don't even care who joins. We're going to talk to random people. But anyways, okay, so final review, Josh. What was your review of the movie?
Okay, first off, before we get into, I want to explain this new rating system. Okay, we're doing a new rating system, and I'm going to pop it on you quick. We're not quick. Pop it on you.
How much time do we have?
We have 10 minutes.
Okay,
so we're good.
All right.
So we do whatever out of 10 stars, we'll give it a star rating, right? We're still going to stick with stars, but we're not doing 10 stars anymore. We're doing best out of 5 stars, okay? And I'm going to explain to you something that I wrote down because I'm weird, all right?
Okay. So
you can rate anything from between 1 and 5 stars, and you can have a half star. So you can have 1.5 stars, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, etc. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you. Do you want me to start and tell you what a 5-star means or what a 1-star means first?
Let's get both.
Okay, so first off, a 1-star, okay? A 1-star is a Satan burger, all right?
A big pile of dump.
Here we go. What is a Satan burger? To put it bluntly, it is a burger full of shit, a poo burger. Excrement between hamburger buns, the worst of the worst. 1-star rating is equivalent to a Satan burger. There you go. All right.
All right. What's a 5?
Okay. Now we're going here. I'm looking at my notes because okay. Now we have a 1.5 star. We're moving up in the world. 1.5 star is a toilet mummy. Okay. What is a toilet mummy? We all know what a mummy is, a dead body preserved and most likely wrapped in some sort of cloth. Now think of a solid piece of shit floating in your toilet for at least a few days, wrapped in toilet paper.
It turns white?
It's a toilet mummy.
Okay.
Your poo is... All right?
The poo you forgot to flush?
Wrapped in toilet paper. A toilet mummy.
Okay.
Toilet mummy has been created. So a 1.5 star rating is equal to a toilet mummy. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 2 stars. Where's my 2 star? 2 stars. We're getting a little bit better, but we're still talking about a crappy movie here. 2 stars. Crocodile piss.
How much time do we have left?
What?
How much time do we have left?
7 minutes.
Okay. Crocodile piss.
Crocodile piss. All right. I'll go quicker now. Simple as that. It's wretched and it's not as bad as a Satan burger or a toilet mummy, but it's pretty bad. Okay? 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars. Ready?
Yeah.
Dead leaves on my grandma.
Okay.
It's a metaphor for dead leaves on top of a tombstone or a gravesite.
Okay.
Okay. Dead leaves are not a bad thing, but something pure. However, they can be a nuisance and cover beauty from time to time. So 2.5. All right. Are you digging this right now? Maybe not.
I'm digging it.
Maybe not. Okay.
No, I'm digging it.
3 stars. Stallone mouth.
Ooh, that's tough, man. Because
Whether it be
man.
okay, whether it be exhaustion, drunk, or high off the drug of your choice, you start talking out of the side of your mouth, akin to Sylvester Stallone. Hilarious and entertaining at times, but it can also start to become annoying and predictable to the viewer. 3-star rating is the average rating equivalent to Stallone mouth.
Okay.
Right? 3.5. 3.5. Frankenstein shoes.
Are those just big shoes?
The shoes that Frankenstein's monster wears, they are thick, strong, durable, and supportive. The perfect shoe for a monster of a man. 3-star rating is a good rating, equivalent to Frankenstein shoes.
Okay, how much time do we have left, Josh? We got to do our...
We're good. We're good, bro. We're good.
Right.
We're good.
All right.
We're 4 stars. 4 stars. 4 stars. 4 stars. A European birdhouse.
That actually seems pretty entertaining.
Right. An intricate piece of craftsmanship. Birdhouse designing and building takes a very keen eye, and Europeans are known for the detailed birdhouses. Definitely not as cool as 4.5 or 5 stars, but very good nonetheless. 4
Well,
stars.
I'll tell you this right now. 1 bedroom is not getting a European birdhouse.
No, it's not. All right, we're on with 2 more. 2 more.
All right.
4.5 stars. Samson hair.
That's pretty epic.
Right? Do you all Samson hair? Samson Simpson from Half Baked, the drug lord from Half Baked. He had big, strong hair that lasts. It has power and demands respect. If your hair embodies that type of understanding, you have Samson hair.
Dude,
All right?
Who else is getting KD a watch for Christmas? All right, keep going. Keep going.
Last one. Last one.
All right.
5-star rating. All right? R.J. McCready's sombrero. Do you know who R.J.
off the best way you can?
Right? R.J. McCready is the main character in John Carpenter's The Thing. It's my favorite movie of all time. So that is why a 5-star rating is equivalent to
All right.
McCready's sombrero.
What is your rating?
Okay. Did you? I think I got through that explanation in 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. My rating for 1BR. I'm I'm sorry to say.
I think I know what you're going to say, but say it.
It's a toilet mummy.
I'm going to go and say that's 1.5, right?
1.5 out of 5 stars.
You know what? Fuck this movie. It's getting a Satan burger.
Oh, a Satan burger. There you go.
I'm going to give it a Satan burger with extra jalapeno chunks and steam flying off the plate with flies ravaging the Satan burger. It's so hot that you can feel the heat from the bottom of the fucking white plate.
There you go. There you go. Very similar ratings. And just to wrap it up, dude, I don't know. It did not capture my interest. It seems like they were trying way too hard. In all seriousness, they were trying way too hard to make it a psychological horror movie and try to add these twists and extra things to think about. But to tell you the truth, I did not give a rat's ass about it, about anything that they were talking about. It never grabbed my attention. And that's it. And I hope my choice I'll choose better.
Let's try to find out who the director is, and let's try to somehow see if we get his email, and just blow up his email with fucking like what would be a funny thing? I'm seriously gonna fucking find out who that director is.
I'll tell you.
I will fucking send him a fucking picture of a turd on a plate. And I will tell him that's what I think about your fucking movie.
Between 2 hamburger buns. David Marmor. David Marmor is the director.
David Marmor, you suck.
The movie is a year old, 2019. So I don't understand how it got an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. The one thing, this is why I don't agree with a lot of critics. A lot of critics love like movies you got to think about and that have multiple layers. You know what? That's great and all. It did. You could think about it. It has multiple layers, but it wasn't any good besides that. So
the only good thing about this movie was Lester, because he looked like a director of pornography of a guy tickling a girl's foot.
And I'll agree with Elizabeth, the cat in the oven. I was happy about that too.
Yeah, fuck that cat. It probably shit in my front yard too.
Right. So, all right. Well,
sorry, I don't hate cats. But yeah, fuck that cat.
Yeah. So we gotta sign off. We're running out of time here, people. So
we're gonna do after party?
Yep. After party on K Dinero's channel in about 10 to 15 minutes after this. So join us again. And this is the after party. We just talk randomness this time. We don't have a theme.
And I'll be on the top and you'll be on the bottom. No homo, but we're homos.
Yes, we are.
No homo.
So just to let you all know, this is if you missed it, if you just joined now, you want to watch the whole thing, don't worry. It's going to be on my IGTV, on my Instagram channel at Horror Movie Dad. Also, a few days down the road, I will post this on my YouTube channel, Dad Watches Horror Movies. Please subscribe to that. I want to thank my man Kenny, a.k.a. K Dinero. He's a rapper. That music you heard before this, that was his music. So go find K Dinero on Spotify, anywhere music is sold or being able to listen to, and you can listen to his stuff. Some nice, good, epic shit coming from this man down here. So,
and on the after party, we're going to talk about nostalgia, 80s, 90s, everything that you can think about, video games that will make you think about the past and make you feel good.
That sounds good to me. I want to thank everybody
Lester.
I want to thank everyone who joined us and participated. It's awesome that you guys join us. We love it. We don't just like having the conversation with us too. We like conversating with you as well in the comments. So it's great. I appreciate it. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, and it'll be Kenny's choice. So we'll find out what Kenny's going to choose. Hopefully it's not a shitty-ass movie like 1BR, a toilet mummy, and a Satan burger. But I'm sure he'll choose something good, and we'll go from there. And we will see you next time.
And our video is sponsored by ramen noodles.
Cheers, bro. We'll see you soon.